24 under square root upon 216 under square root plus 162 under square root, then all under square root. We have to simplify it. Now 24 under square root, if we simplify each of the radicals individually, this we can write 6 times 4 under square root. When a times b is under square root, we can write it as square root of a times square root of b, or it is 2 times 3 then times 4 under square root, or we can write square root of 4 times square root of 2 times square root of 3. Square root of 4 is 2, so 2 times square root of 2 times square root of 3. Now square root of 216, if we factorize it, 216, 6 times 3 is 18 and 6 times 6 is 36. Again 6 times 6 is 36. So this is 6 times 6 times 6, or this we can write 6 square times 6, or 6 square under square root times square root of 2 times square root of 3, and square root of 162. If we factorize 162, 2 times 8 is 16 and 2 times 1 is 2, and 9 times 9 is 81. So this we can write 9 square times 2, or square root of 9 square times square root of 2. Now we have factorized and simplified individual radicals. Let's write the question. Square root of 24, then we can write 2 times square root of 2 times square root of 3 upon square root of 216 as 6 square under square root is, we remove the square root with the square, so 6 times square root of 2 times square root of 3, then plus 162 under square root as 9 times square root of 2, then all under square root, or we can take square root of 2 common, square root of 2, then times 2 times square root of 3 upon here square root of 2, then times 6 times square root of 3 plus 9 under square root. Now square root of 2 is the like factor, so we can cancel it. So it is 2 times square root of 3 upon 6 times square root of 3 plus 9. Now to further simplify it, we need to rationalize the denominator. So we multiply and divide by the conjugate of the denominator. Conjugate of x plus y is x minus y. So conjugate of 6 times square root of 3 will be 6 times square root of 3 minus 9 upon 6 times square root of 3 minus 9. So we multiply and divide by the same number because it's like multiplying it by 1, and that doesn't change anything. So we are not changing the question, we are rationalizing it. So 2 times square root of 3, then times 6 times square root of 3 minus 9 upon, now this is in the form of a plus b times a minus b, and this is equal to differences of square. We can write a square minus b square. So we write it 6 times square root of 3 square minus 9 square under square root. 2 times 6 is 12 and square root of 3 square minus 2 times square root of 3 times 9 is 9 times 2 is 18 times square root of 3 upon 6 square times square root of 3 square minus 9 square is 81 under square root. Remove square root with this square, so it is 12 times 3 36 minus 18 times square root of 3 upon 6 square is 36. Remove the square root with the square, so 36 times 3 minus 81 under square root, or 36 minus 18 times square root of 3 upon 108 minus 81 under square root, or 36 minus 18 times square root of 3 upon 27 under square root. Now we can take 9 common and write 4 minus 2 times square root of 3 upon 27 under square root. Now 9 times 3 is 27, so 4 minus 2 times square root of 3 upon 3 under square root. When a upon b is under square root, we can write it as square root of a upon square root of b. So this we can write 4 minus 2 times square root of 3 upon square root of 3. Now 4 we can write it as 3 plus 1 minus 2 times square root of 3 under square root, then upon 3 under square root. Now 3 we can write it as square root of 3 square, because a under square root means a raised to the power of 1 upon 2. When we square it, we multiply the exponent with 2, so it is equal to a. So 3 we can write square root of 3 square, plus 1 we can write 1 square, minus 2 times square root of 3 times 1 we can write under square root upon square root of 3. Now if square root of 3 is a and 1 is b, then this is in the form of a square plus b square minus 2ab. So this is an algebraic expression. We can write a minus b whole square. So we write it square root of 3 minus 1 whole square under square root, then upon square root of 3. Now we can remove the square root with this square. So this is equal to square root of 3 minus 1 upon square root of 3. Now again in the denominator we cannot have a radical, so we again rationalize it. So times square root of 3 upon square root of 3. So this is square root of 3 times square root of 3 minus 1 upon square root of 3 square. So remove square root with this square. Square root of 3 times square root of 3 is square root of 3 square minus square root of 3 upon 3. So we remove square root with this square, so it is 3 minus square root of 3 upon 3, or we can write 3 upon 3 minus square root of 3 upon 3. 3 and 3 gets cancelled, it is 1. So this is equal to 1 minus square root of 3 upon 3. This is our answer. How did you solve it? Let me know in the comment section. Thanks for watching.